Watching One Funny Morning. Welcome to One Funny Morning Show.
From Monday to Friday.
And sometimes on Saturday.
Why would you say that in front of all these people?
You never know what's gonna happen.
Carmen.
Cortez.
Good morning, everybody.
What's outside your weather drawer?
Good morning. Uppie, everybody.
Oh, hey. Good morning. My name is Melanie Smith from Delaware, Ohio, and you are watching my best friend, although we've never met, which is kind of weird, Dina Blizzard, your host for One Funny Morning. Good morning.
Was she cleaning out a lint trap? It's just something I never do. Good morning. It was nice meeting you, Melanie. I don't know what you were eating, but I thank you for eating in your video, since I'm always eating. Good morning. It's Friday. I think, right? What day do you think it is? Mm-hmm. Good morning. Was it croutons? That's so funny. Good morning, everybody. How we doing? I was gonna say that must have been pre-bourbon, right? That was Melanie. Why did she say we never met? Maybe it wasn't old. Been all night, couldn't sleep. Oh, Moon. I'm here at the beginning today, said Nancy. YouTube is live. I didn't forget today. Good morning, YouTube. It is a beautiful day. I might be slightly freaking out because there's a lot of travel coming up. So I am trying to get the house done and ready. I said to Dean last night, I was like, when you wake up, you need to clean all the poop in the yard. He was like, pick up some medicine for me and la 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 la. So everybody's got their marching orders today. What's up, Brendan? We are leaving today to head to Effingham. That vase looks like a dirty sugar jar. Might be. Are you packed? She asked, knowing the answer is no. No, I am not, Dania. But I have started placing things near a suitcase. Does that count? I don't know. I did make French toast, Patricia style. Did I earn a name with the cracked toast? I don't know. Patricia style. Is it you, Patricia? You're Patricia? Are you the Patricia that gave us the Portuguese French toast recipe? It was so good. It was so good. It was so good. Halfway there. I'm eating a cronut, a mix of a croissant and a donut. Yes. Thanks, Kimberly. I appreciate you. I'll take it. So we have a great day planned for you today because joining us again is Mark from the Ig Nobel Awards. And I have been watching their ceremony. Near a suitcase counts. Don't let Tanya tell you any different. So I've been trying to watch the full Ig Nobel Award winners. I think I almost got to all of them. I was coming back here, so I missed, I think, the last one. You are glowing this morning. Am I? I did take a shower. I don't want to brag. It's suitcase adjacent. So, I don't know. I get a little jammed up. Look at my face. How many people say, look at my face? Look at my face. No. Do a lot of people say, look at my face now? I used to say to my kids, look at my face. No. Amaleta. You spelled it wrong, but it's an A. Uh-huh. Did you see Missy's post today? Love it. You found the runaway bride in her car. What? What does it mean? Let me see Missy's post. No, I don't see anything but a car. I won't pack until Sunday. I like to wait until the last moment and then go into a full panic. I hear you. In my mind before a trip, I'm like, I'm going to get an outfit. I'm going to do this. I didn't do any. I did wash bras. Girl, you're like, girl. Missy hiding in her car, Dita. Oh, when she was you just saw an old video of Missy's wedding where she was hiding in the car. Hey, you're bad. Hey, get away from the window. Colby, get away. You're bad. Get. There's literally no one out there. Where can I find Di's blog? Yours was sent to me, Dina. It was good. Thank you, Kimberly. It is on onefunnymother.com/blog. And you'll see all the blogs there. Mooney, why are we ever barking? Why? Colby, there's literally not a thing out there. I can see the same thing that you see. There's nothing alarming. A bird. Colby, do not walk to the window. It is from her wedding day. Happy Friday, said Paula. I always purchase new socks before I go anywhere. Do not go to the window. Do not. Don't. He's just hanging about. He's if this is the window, he's like this. You got to look at it. That's what we're doing now. Yeah. This is every day. This is every day, Shikendra. I literally had a conversation with Lulu. They have to be in the room with me at all time. I'm in jail. And these are my guards. And I have to be with the guards at all time, or the guards will poop on the floor or eat trash. Marla, thanks for having my husband as the hot dad of September. He was shocked and then very full of himself, but really, thanks. Listen, we got a lot of hot dads up in here. Yeah. So everybody was in the bedroom. I went to brush my teeth in the hallway because you don't have a bathroom because they're not coming till October. So I have to brush my teeth in the hallway bathroom. And Lulu do your dogs do this weird thing where they have to be in front of you? Do your dogs do this? They have to be in front of you, but they don't know where they're going. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like they want to be the line leader, but they just keep going like this, it's weird. I'm like, why don't you just get behind me? You don't know where this train is. Could you get by? I don't. Do you have a deadbeat dad of the month? I mean, listen, we're always open to possible blog posts. I don't understand it. I don't understand why you must be the line leader and you have constantly tripping over my little dog. Do you have a beer belly, Dad? Maybe. One of my cats is always in front of me and has almost tripped me several times. Always. I'm like, if you don't know where we're going, or if you don't have a plan. I mean, I'll follow you, but where are we going? Mostly always to your dog bowl. And it's not that time. Oh, the fight over being the line leader is real in school. Oh, and it's real at home. Missy, apparently you must have just reposted your bridal video. And somebody was just talking about it. You know, while on your special day, you were laying flat in your car in a beautiful lace dress, and I had to come find you in a dirty parking lot. Remember that? Beautiful. Beautiful. Missy, do your dogs? One of our chickens does that too. That is a random thing to say, Sharon and Jim. How often are you walking with chickens that you notice that the chickens have to be in front of you? It's very funny. Kids don't do that. Kids just go wherever they want, and usually 5 different directions. But I just don't get it. So Lulu's coming down the hallway. I was like, we're not going that way. And this is her face. I was like, we're not going that way. We're going. She does know right from left. So when I did the yard, and it was all dirt because it had to get leveled out. And it was winter last year. And so I put sod in over here. And so I didn't want them to get mud on their paws, so they couldn't go to the right. So every morning I was like, go left. They know left. They know left. If I don't say, I don't know that they know right, but they definitely know left. Lulu will come out and she'll go this way and I go left and then she goes this way. It's so funny. It's so funny. I love that the Wagners have chickens. I love it. Yeah. So funny. Good morning, Kyle. Kyle, are you coming to this this Dine with Dina? I'm right in your hood, aren't I? Yeah, hopefully. To the left, to the left. So that's what's happening. If I close the door, I see Paul's underneath the door. Of course you do. Of course you do. Yeah, listen, the Wagners could be like, we have a llama and a camel. You'd be like, they are amazing. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the Wagners do. You'd be like, I was thinking about getting a camel. They have one? Of course they have one. You just believe anything they say. They'd be like, yeah, in our free time, we have a yak farm. I'd be like, you what? And it could be like weird, something super weird. But if the Wagners say they do it, they're like, we are actually bowling grand champions. You'd be like, you are? We have to get into bowling. They're just cool. I don't know. Yeah, I did just sing. It's a good song. I'm telling you. Anywho, wait, so I had some articles that I found that were pushed down in my feed. So, what? How did they find me? Hold on, y'all. Hold up. Oh, I see. There's Missy. Move past her. What was I talking? Oh, guys. What? They found us. Hold up. Wait a minute. I don't know what. Let me go back. Guys. Okay. Diane. That's how all the Italians talk about this. Do you ever really hang out with old Italian people? I don't even think my kids know this because I feel like that this sound just died with my grandma's generation, right? Diane. That's how Italians talk. My kids don't know that because Diana doesn't sound like that, but all the grandmoms say, die. How loud you got to be to wake up an old person with poor hearing? Colby, go wake up grandma. Die. Whatever. Okay. Do you remember yesterday? I don't know how I found this. Do you remember yesterday? Was it yesterday? 2 days ago. I was talking about the breads. And she told us all that all the bread was filled with wood. Yeah. She was awake at 5 a.m. How do you know, Mooney? What's happening? What are you talking about? Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, we were talking about the breads. And then she brought over a whole bunch of breads. I was like, look at these breads. See if they have wood in them. I was like, what are you talking about? What's her post? What'd she post? Hold on. What is Diana doing at 5 in the morning? Now I'm sidetracked. What's going on in my house? Was she running a party? I don't know what she posted. Look on the Insta. Lady Gaga. What is her name? What is her name on here? Who is Diana? Okay. I'm just searching Instagram on Instagram. That's not that helpful. Okay, whatever. Anyway, this is the message that we got yesterday. Boom, boom. Oh, no, no. I'm sorry. This is taking so long. Okay, this is a message from Canyon Bakehouse, gluten-free something. Are you ready? Thank you, Dina, for the Hawaiian bread YouTube love. As a token of our appreciation, we'd like to send you a few VIP coupons to enjoy. Please provide us with your postal address and email, and we'll send them right out to you. What? Guys, it's my favorite. Let me show you. Let me show you. Look. This is what, well, Diana was showing you guys a different thing the other day. This Canyon Bakehouse, right? And there's no wood in it, no cellulose. But did you know? Now, gluten-free bread is not good. But their bread was good and it's getting better. You better get your face out of here. They started making Hawaiian bread. This is not the bread, but it was Hawaiian bread. Okay. Then I went to the store the other day and they're making Hawaiian sweet rolls gluten-free. I ate this whole bag already. There's one left. And I may take this on my trip with me. I'm telling you, it's so good. It's like real bread. And now they say they want to send me coupons. Oh, you guys. And it's so funny. It's so good that when I eat it, it's so good that I have to keep looking at the bag and go, no, it says gluten-free. It's so good. I don't know how they found me. I didn't tag anything. How are they watching? All the time. Always watching. So good. Candace, I just found it like 2 days ago. And now they're emailing me. Oh, so good. I don't know why they call it Hawaiian bread. Nothing Hawaiian about it. Austin, you never heard of the bread tribes from Hawaii? They're famous, Austin. I know you're young, but years ago, there were tribes who specialized in making bread. You didn't know about this. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. Talk about Brad Pitt. Maybe he'll show up. So the other day, I thought that Brad Pitt showed up at my house. Anybody? Michelle Mooney, did you hear what I said? The Canyon bread people just sent me a message and said, thank you for giving us love for their bread. We're going to send you some. Come on. I hope they just said bread. Our local dumb grocery store doesn't carry Canyon stuff. Bummer. Austin's going to have to join us on a trip. And how would he explain that to his friends ever? He'd be like, guys, I'm gonna head out to Reno this weekend. And they'll be like, Reno? What are you doing in Reno? I don't like to talk about it, but there's like 500 ladies that I've been talking to every morning. And then what? Yeah. Yep. They're very cool. Sometimes drunk. But they've accepted me as one of their own. And stop it! You know what? It's going to be hard for me to date because could you imagine if like you're on a date like that, like yelling at my dogs or yelling at children as a side note and not even noticing it? Has anybody done this like at work, at an interview or something like real important? And then a dog barks, you're like, shut up! Anyway, I have a lot of patience. A lot of people like me. Like, I will yell at a child, a grown man, and a dog all the same. All the same. No, I don't tend. No, I'll yell at my daughters. Yeah, it's just too much. It's just too much. Yeah. Did you ever hear back about the bird scaring job? No, Kyle. And that was a missed opportunity. A missed opportunity. Anyway, so it's Friday, everybody. And you know I enjoy a lot of fun things on Fridays. And there is nobody more fun than our next guest, who now holds the record for the most times on this show. It is Mark Abrams, author and columnist, and our favorite person who brings us all the great things that are going on in the Ig Nobel Awards. They just had their ceremony the other day, so please help me welcome back Mark Abrahams.
Hey.
Abrams, it's
Abraham.
Mark, you now hold the record of the most number of times anyone's been on the show.
I'm honored, I guess. Thank you.
It's big. And I feel like I just spent a whole evening with you because I have been watching the video. But I started watching last night. I was watching it this morning. It was so funny. I loved every bit of it. But how was it? Was it fun to put together?
Oh, yeah. I should explain for people who don't know about this.
Tell me.
These are prizes. We've been doing this every year since 1991. They're called the Ig Nobel Prizes. And they're for things that make people laugh and then think. These are real things. These are people who have done things or had things happen to them.
So real
year, yeah,
real
we picked 10 winners. Most of them are about science, but there are some other things. And we get a bunch of Nobel Prize winners who hand the Ig Nobel Prizes to the winners. So yeah, we had 10 new winners. We had paper airplane throwings. That's a part of the tradition, and all sorts of other stuff.
I love the panel at the top. So this is the panel at the top that kind of introduces the show. And they're super funny. I love it, Mark. There's such a tone of like smart nerdiness that just is everywhere. And I love every single minute of it. That guy is hilarious.
That's Rich Roberts. He has a Nobel Prize in, let's see, physiology or medicine is the category. And he's been part of our show every year for, close to 30 years now.
It's so funny.
Yeah, here he is handing out a prize to one of the new winners. The man in the hat has just won an Ig Nobel Prize. He's a man named Jan Zalasowicz. He's a professor in England. And he won his prize because he explained why many scientists like to lick rocks.
So this was interesting because apparently years ago, before there were lots of ways to identify rocks in different ways, one of the only ways to do that, I guess people found is, I guess there's some that are saltier. Is that what it is?
Yeah, well, so there are a few things going on here. You know, geologists like rocks and they study stuff. And this matters because we use the stuff that's in the ground to build things and all sorts of stuff. So you want to make sure that people find good stuff and know what it is. But if you pick up a rock, how do you know what this thing is? And one thing that the winner has explained is that when you pick up a rock, sometimes it's hard to see if the rock is dry, the details in it. But if it's wet, a lot of the details become much, much clearer.
Wow.
And so what's the quick and simple and cheap way to make something wet? Yeah, you lick it. And geologists get in the habit of doing this. And as with anything else, when you do it a lot, you get better at it and you get to see and understand more stuff. And also, as they do that, a lot of them get this talent of recognizing by taste what kind of rock it is.
So crazy.
Yes, some of them are salty and some are other tastes.
It's
Also,
so
some of them like to do it.
I was gonna say it seems a little kooky too. But before you continue, because there's 9 more to go. But can you show everybody? Because I know every year the award changes. Can you show the award for this year?
Yeah, I'll show the prize. We also have a theme for every year's ceremony, a different theme. This year the theme was water. And so the prize was a little box that contains 12 cans of cola, which contains water. And this is the box.
And
it's a special box. When we do this on stage, which is the way we always did it in a big theater before the pandemic, we have all these people, 1,200 people in the audience, 10 winners from around the world, bunch of Nobel, all up there, and they physically hand the prizes and shake hands and stuff. Well, we can't do that during pandemic time. So the meetings happen over Zoom. So we've got this little ritual. We figured out how a person could physically hand a prize to another person who's on a different continent over the internet. So what we do is we make a PDF document that can be mailed. So if you're a winner, we would mail it to you. We also mail it to the person who will hand the prize to you. You print it out. It's got instructions on it about here somewhere. Instructions about how to make this, fold it and make it into a physical object. And then
so a lot of money goes into these prizes.
A lot of money, at least a dime or so. Yeah.
A lot of money. All right.
So the way we present the prizes now is the person presenting it says, congratulations or whatever they say, and here's your prize. And then they hand it out off the side of the screen. And then the winner does that. That works out pretty well.
It was so good. It was so good. So talk us through some of the other ones because, the bug one. The bug one was so creepy.
I can see how you would feel that way. And most people do. You don't mind if I have notes here on this stuff. This was a prize in the field of mechanical engineering. We pick the prize winners first, and then we try to figure out what category can we invent that describes it. The mechanical engineering prize went to a bunch of people who were at Rice University in Houston, and they won for reanimating dead spiders to use them as mechanical gripping tools.
So in the video, it explained how in humans, our biceps and triceps are just worked on flexors and extensions.
Yeah, right. So when you flex like that, you've got one set of muscles on one side that's pulling up and a different set that's pulling the other way. Spiders only have one of those. And the way they move in the other direction is they shift the fluid inside their body.
And they said it was hydraulics.
Hydraulic means fluids are, moving around. And so that's what they did. They inject fluids or they remove fluids, and the spider arm goes like this. They also explained that you probably have seen dead spiders, and you remember a little bit how they're usually curled up. The reason they're curled up is the muscles on that side are pulling, but there's no fluid pushing in the other direction. So they're always going to go in that same direction.
It's so crazy. And then they said that they were able to pull up lightweight items as well as items that were the same weight, and even some items that were heavier than their own weight.
Yeah, these spiders are, for their size and weight, they're really strong, even when they're dead.
Yeah, I don't want any of
All
them.
those creepy movies really have a lot of truth
and they were saying that they were basically starting a whole new science of, it was necrohydraulics.
They invented a word to describe what they're doing.
Bionic.
Necrobiotics, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, no, it was really interesting and gross at the same time. Yeah.
And you know, they're I've gotten to know them a little bit. They're really very nice, even sweet people.
Yeah, everybody seems so excited. Oh my gosh, tell them about the toilet.
Yeah. I can see from your body language. This is a mixed interest topic.
Yeah.
It's a doctor originally from South Korea. He's now at Stanford University in California. And he and some colleagues developed what's called the Stanford toilet. It's a toilet that has a lot of equipment built in. The purpose of all this extra stuff is to try to identify right away if somebody is ill. If they can tell by the stuff that's coming out of the person's body that you got problems, that's a good thing. You know, catch your illness really early. So
okay,
that's a good thing. Yeah.
It was like a litmus test for your urine.
There's a chemical sensor. There are cameras, all kinds of stuff. And, you know, they're looking at the two kinds of stuff that come out of people. Now, it's not quite so simple or so sweet a story, because they do have cameras and stuff, and there are privacy issues. So the people doing this are very aware of this and very agonized that they're trying to do this wonderful thing, but it's also got this dangerous element at the same time.
That's not the guy, Shell.
No, that's not the guy. That's somebody else.
Michelle's literally trying to. Michelle, there's a picture of him standing in front of the statue at Stanford, in front of that guy doing the same thing. I don't know. I should have told Michelle which ones we were going to do first, but it was kind of crazy. But the researchers' whole point was, as you said, to be able to, monitor things so you would know at a moment's notice. Like, it would be able to catch kidney stones very quickly, because
kidney stones might I don't know whether that would show up that way. You would know if you had a kidney stone.
I would definitely know sometimes, but I would imagine if there was testing, I don't know what they test. The urine test is testing if it's blood in the urine or a change in the pH, like Austin just said, or whatever.
They would measure all those things. Kidney stones, by the way, were the subject of an Ig Nobel Prize a few years ago. We gave a prize to some other doctors who discovered that sometimes if you have kidney stones, you can get rid of them by taking a roller coaster ride.
I did read that one. I did. And it was funny because they rode so many roller coasters that they could narrow down. They told you, like, here are the 4 roller coasters that will absolutely move your kidney stone.
Or maybe not absolutely, but likely.
Likely.
They discovered this because they had a patient who had kidney stones and terrible pain, and who went to Disney World, rode on the roller coaster, and immediately passed a kidney stone. And what did he do? Because he had more than one kidney stone, he got right back on the roller coaster and did it.
He rode it again. I thought the same thing. I was so interested in that one.
Yep.
So, that's the Nobel Peace
This
guy.
is the Nobel laureate who handed out the Ig Nobel Prize to the inventor of the Stanford toilet. And this is Artem Pataputian, and he took the time and the trouble before the ceremony to find that T-shirt to sort of honor the winner.
That's so funny. And I loved who were all the musicians, because each one, there was an accordion, there was a trumpet, I think a cornet at one point. It was just so funny.
Oh, drummer, all sorts of, yeah. Before each of the 10 prizes, I announce what prize it'll be, the biology prize or whatever. And then a musician comes on and does some little fanfare. Da, 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 or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
like that. And we have different musicians. They also are scattered around the world.
So funny. So funny. All right. What was another one? What was the water one? I forget, the one that Michelle just had up a second ago.
Well, another part of the ceremony, we have the 10 prizes, but between the prizes, we do other stuff. We have sometimes these little tiny lectures, and that's what you're seeing here. This is, we call it a 24/7 lecture, where the person doing the lecture has a topic they're going to talk about, and they do 2 quick lectures. First, they describe it in complete detail in 24 seconds. And then they describe it in a much more clear way that anybody can understand in 7 words.
7 words.
So this is Dr. David Hu. He's a professor at Georgia Tech, and his topic was water in the human body. Now, as it happens, he himself has won 2 Ig Nobel Prizes in the past. He and his team discovered, by going to the zoo and watching lots of animals in action, that almost all mammals, giant and tiny and everything in between, almost all of them urinate in about the same amount of time, in about 21 seconds on average.
Was that in this year's thing?
No. That was a number of years ago, but we had him back to do a little lecture.
So I think you must have shown an article from him too, because I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
So everybody pees the same amount of time.
On average. And of course, when people get older, things start to not work quite as reliably.
So crazy. There was another one about nose hair.
This was done by some doctors out in California, and they tried, and I guess succeeded, at counting whether the number of nose hairs is the same in a person's 2 nostrils. And the way they did this was to look inside the nostrils of a bunch of cadavers.
Obviously.
Do you remember why they
Well, they said that it was, they had a lot of patients with alopecia.
Right.
And if you have alopecia, you don't have nose hair. And they were seeing that a number of their alopecia patients were much more susceptible to getting sick or to allergies. And so had decided to, because nobody, I guess, had ever really studied nose hair. How many do you have? How far does it go up into your nose? It was very interesting.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy that it's 2023 and nobody's been like, maybe we should look at this. It's just funny that there's body that
nose hairs, doctors in general are pretty sure nose hairs, in addition to whatever emotion they might get when you think about them, they're probably doing something about your health and probably protecting you in some way. But nobody really understands terribly well, and there hasn't ever been much research on it. So that's why when they had these patients and they wanted to answer some questions, and they realized there's no way we can look up the answer or even go in and talk to somebody because nobody knows. So they started to look into it.
Yeah. So crazy. Now there was one towards the end, because I was running out of time.
Yeah.
That was about a vegetable, maybe.
Oh, this was a couple of people in Japan, a couple of professors there, who took some chopsticks.
Oh, yeah. This is what I was thinking of, but go ahead. Yeah, I like this one.
So these are electrified chopsticks. And what they found was when you use these, that changes the taste of what you're eating. And one simple thing they found is they can take a piece of food that has very little taste, and by putting a little electricity in the chopsticks, they can make it taste salty.
Yeah, that was so interesting, because the fellow was talking about how, more people are trying to eat healthy and low salt foods, but doesn't really taste that great. But they found that when using either electric chopsticks or an electric fork, that it actually gave the sensation of a saltier food.
Yeah. So what they're saying is that they're pretty sure this is a way people will be able to eat food that tastes real salty the way you like it, but without the danger if you're one of those people who should not be eating a lot of salt.
Yeah.
That picture you just showed had the two winners, who were the two Japanese people on the right, and the person next to them is Peter Doherty, who is in Australia, and he's a Nobel Medicine Prize winner. He was the one presenting the prize to them. And they had a nice little discussion about this invention and what it might do for the world.
That's so interesting. And there was something else that the fella had said that he was working on next that was pretty interesting too. Do you remember?
I remember as much as you do, and I don't remember the
Right, I remember. Whatever it was that he said that he was working on next was also pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
No, so it was after them. I didn't get a chance to get this far, but it was a man, and he said something about like Brussels sprouts or something. Let me see.
Let's see. I'm not sure about the Brussels sprouts.
Oh, spawning fish.
Spawning fish.
No,
Oh, well, the physics prize this year went to a big team, mostly in Spain. That's who you see there. And that's the man in the lower left is Wolfgang Ketterle, who is a Nobel Physics Prize winner who presented the prize. This team won the prize because they discovered that out in the ocean, in the coastline, there's an awful lot of mixing that happens between levels of water, because when there are anchovies around and they're in heat, so to speak, the sexual activity of these thousands of anchovies mixes the water violently. And this is something no scientists realize, that there's all this action of the water in the oceans that happens because fish are swimming around violently.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. So sexual anchovies, large groups of anchovies having sex in the ocean causes
You can
what?
think of it as when thousands of anchovies gather and have an orgy,
Okay.
that mixes the water up all around them.
And so that's what we're saying. So horny anchovies causes waves in the water?
This is usually deep in the water. So there's all this motion of the water happening under the surface that we don't notice being above the surface. There's all that stuff going on down deep that we didn't know about.
I'm going to be looking at anchovies very differently moving forward.
Yeah. Is this going to affect the way you order pizza?
It might. Diana, you like anchovies? Yes. She loves sexual anchovies.
Ah, now if we want to link things up, anchovies tend to be pretty salty.
Oh,
and that sort of, you can, if you want, link that idea up with the thing we were just talking about. These chopsticks that are electrified can make something
it was
seem
funny
more
because
salty.
when the guy was doing the presentation about the electrified, was it him or somebody else? I think, it was him, about the electrified chopstick. He said, how many people have ever licked a 9-volt battery? And I was like, no, I haven't. Is that what he's saying? That is.
Yeah, he's saying that in a way was, I guess, how they started to think about this, that a lot of people have had that experience, especially when they were kids, but a lot of adults do that too. I don't know why, but they do. Well, I do know why, because sometimes if you have you have a battery inside whatever, and you think the battery's dead, so you take the battery out, you want to know, is there still any electricity in it?
Right.
And a lot of people will take it and put it on their tongue. And these guys noticed that it has a taste when you do that. So they started wondering, can we start to manipulate taste in people by putting some electricity on it?
That are licking rocks.
Yeah.
There's a lot of licking.
And that too, this is great. You're tying up all these different things.
I really am bringing it all back home.
And in fact, we're going to, for the first time, we have a new kind of event we're doing in a couple of months. Most of the new winners are traveling here to Massachusetts.
For what?
And they're going to be all in one room, and they're going to ask each other questions about their work.
Oh, that's so interesting. Well, let me know if you need me. I'm around, Mark.
We should talk. We should talk.
I got a lot of questions. Well, listen, this was great. Did we miss anybody? Did we hit all 10 of them? I
Oh
can't.
no, we hit just a few. Anybody can. We've got the video of the whole ceremony. It's up on our website, so anybody can see these winners in action. It's at
Great. And what's your
improbable.com.
website again, Mark?
Yeah, improbable.com.
Improbable.com. So
And the
check
picture
it
you
out.
just showed was another part of the ceremony. We always have a new little opera, so that was part of
I
it.
did. I saw was that the band that was on the water, or that was
No,
different?
the band was a whole separate thing. There's a
Oh.
lot of stuff jammed into this ceremony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was great. You guys do such a good job. And it's so funny because I think that scientists in general, we have a certain idea that scientists are kind of quiet and reserved. And for the most part, they are. But you could just see how excited they were that somebody was just as into their research as they were. And so it was just lovely. And I think that the Nobel laureates just add something so lovely to that as well. And you guys do such a nice job, especially for something that used to be, everybody was present for, to then have to move to internet. I think you do a really lovely job. Is the hope that next year you might be in all?
I hope so. It's a difficult question. It's become much more difficult to organize large events with people traveling from many places and lots of organizations involved. The world really has changed that way in many different ways.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you so much for this update. I love hearing about all of it, and I think you're doing great work.
Hey,
so,
thanks. It was fun to talk to you.
Up. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, Mark.
Okay. Bye.
I could literally listen to him all day. I could listen to him. And you have to go and watch it on, is it improbable.com? You have to watch it because, thanks, Shell. Like I said, the researchers, when they talk about it, they're so excited. And you just kind of get these glimmers of their personalities. And this is like their life's work for some of them. So it's fun and it's light, and the people that are doing it are ranging from like the necrobionics. They were like, we hope other people, take what we're doing with this spider and they say we turned it into like, the claw game that you see at an arcade. They're like, it's essentially like that, but a spider. And I was like, yeah, he's always a fun guest, even if the subject grosses me out. Exactly. So it's just great. You never know what, because I think what's interesting is I've asked Mark the last time he was on, how many of his Ig Nobel Award winners have gone on to become Nobel laureates. And he said there's a nice little handful of them. So you never know, what kind of kooky idea is going to become pretty groundbreaking. So, so it's great. And, I feel like we talk about a lot of dumb stuff, and this fits right in, but also could be very cool in the long run. You never know. Diana, you're never going to guess who sent us a letter.
Who?
You're never going to guess in your wildest dreams.
I mean, is it like somebody famous?
Yes. It's the Canyon Bakehouse people.
They sent us a letter?
They sent me a message. They were like, thank you so much for talking about us the other day. I have no idea how they knew.
Oh, let's be a sponsor for Canyon. I love their stuff.
Well, we're not the sponsor, but you'll get those words figured out. So yeah, look at it. And they said they're going to send us coupons.
Oh, dang.
So exciting.
I love their product. I told you, no wood.
No wood.
No wood in Canyon.
I know. So there you go. Why were you up at 5 o'clock this morning?
To go pee.
And then you got on the internet?
Oh, I do that if I can't.
You
go
do
back
that.
to sleep.
Wow.
And then I went back to sleep for a couple hours.
I guess. Well, listen to Linda. Listen to Linda. Oh, wait, that's not Linda.
How did you
Listen
know?
to Linda. Well, I'm off to the airport to go to Hawaii. See you in 12 days. That is the biggest goodbye we've ever had. Oh, man, Linda. I wish I was Linda. I want to be.
You're going on a plane ride today.
I'm not going to Hawaii.
No, that's true.
I would love to say, guys, I'm off to Hawaii. See you in 12 days. Nothing like being called out for being up overnight to pee.
How did you know? How did you know?
I've got a monitor on your phone. The Canyon Bread Company told me they're monitoring you.
You really got a letter. You didn't get a letter. You got an email.
Yeah, but they asked for your phone number and they're going to be tracking you now.
Good.
Hey, Athena.
Did you see the whiskey that Athena found? It's called cookie dough whiskey.
Cookie dough whiskey.
Wow.
Done.
She posted a picture last night.
This Linda would like to be that Linda. Yeah. Anyway, we had a great week, everybody. Hopefully you had some laughs this week. And we'll be in Effingham for those of you that get to make your way out to Illinois for tomorrow night's show. If not, perhaps you'll be joining us in Palm Springs. We're just bebopping. Please explain what's in your lemonade. Nancy, it's just water and like a little bit of lemonade. And I drink this 2 vasefuls a day. I want to identify as a Linda. And since I've been drinking it, I have not had any kidney stones. So I drink 2 vasefuls every morning, and so far so good. So we'll see. I wish if you changed your name to Linda, you would get a trip to Hawaii. Are Dean and Di going to Effingham? Yes. Alejandra, I can't believe it. So we'll see. So that's it. I think we had a great week this week learning about can I get a bada bada ba before I go to work? Bada bada ba. I don't even know where it came from. I don't know anybody that said bada bada ba.
Bada 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 bing.
No, that's not what I said.
Frank Sinatra, I think.
Yeah, no. Yep. And then don't forget to check your pee. Make sure your cameras are on. That was weird. But the guy that was describing his toilet invention was so excited about it. He was like, listen, if you guys can get past the camera, it is going to be life-changing. I'm like, I feel like a lot of people. Look at him. He was so fun.
A camera on a toilet?
A camera in the toilet.
Why?
Because they're saying that if you're able to monitor your outflow,
okay,
you'll be able to catch diseases early. So there's like a litmus test in there to check your urine. There's a camera. I'm not going to go into the details, but the guy that was describing it is just literally giddy and excited.
People have used it to test it for him to, I guess, see if it.
Oh yeah, there were pictures. I'm not going to go. Isn't the camera aimed down in the toilet? No, Nancy.
No.
It's aimed up.
Oh, that's funny.
A lot of people go to jail for that. But this guy got a an Ig Nobel award.
Question,
I don't think I want to answer it.
Who got to see the pictures?
Oh, I saw the pictures.
No. I mean, does it go right to your doctor, or is it something you
It goes
look
to your
at?
neighbors.
You know why?
It goes directly to your neighbors.
I don't even know why I asked that question.
I don't know why you did either. I don't know why you would think I would know. I don't know where it goes, Diana.
If I'm going to do that, I want to know who's looking at the pictures.
Listen, if you're going to do that, I need to go lay down because I'm not okay with that.
Who's the hall monitor is what I want to know.
I don't even know what you're saying. Nothing is private in my neighborhood. I know a lot about my
What neighborhood
neighbors.
you living in, lady?
Who does? Yep. No. Yeah. Hall monitor. Jen, she's over here slinging jokes. Jen, she's been up since 5 a.m. Yeah. Colby's the hall monitor. All right. What are you doing? Who eats what you're eating for breakfast?
It's an avocado.
It's literally, let me show everybody what you're doing.
It's just an
disgusting.
avocado sliced up with some olive oil.
This is her breakfast.
It's an avocado.
Why?
I didn't want to make avocado toast, so I just did the avocado.
Who eats this for breakfast?
Avocados are very, very healthy for you. It keeps you full for a long time because there's a lot of fat in it. And the fat is what keeps you satisfied. Did you know that fat doesn't make you fat? The sugar. It's the sugar that makes you fat.
Mm-hmm.
The carbs.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Tell her to put it on toast, please.
I know. It is good on toast.
Where's the bread?
Yeah, I don't have to have that.
You are upsetting Canyon Bakehouse Company, and they will not have, you will be getting a letter.
No, I love
They're
it.
monitoring. They'll be like, here are some coupons. Please have your mother
No,
put
it's
this
really
on this
good.
bread.
Really good.
Uh-huh. I'm eating an avocado too, but with bacon and eggs, like a normal person.
Bacon and eggs. Oh my gosh.
Who doesn't eat that for breakfast in some form these days? No, not me. My mom used to eat avocado for breakfast. It's an old people thing. Belinda said that.
I didn't know that. I mean, I never ate avocados before. I didn't like
The
them.
iron in it will make her have stomach issues.
I don't have stomach. I need iron because I don't eat a lot of meat.
Right. All right, everybody, listen, I'm going to continue to berate Diana today. But I hope you have a great weekend. We're going to be busy. And we have some guest hosts coming in on Monday and Tuesday. You are not going to want to miss it. I bet on Wednesday, you're going to have a lot to tell me. I bet.
Me?
No, everybody here.
Oh,
They're going to
people.
be like, you are never going to guess what happened on
Me,
Monday and
people.
Tuesday. And I'm purposely not going to watch it so that I can hear what happened while I was gone. Michelle, maybe you should clip out some things on Monday and Tuesday. Have Steph clip out so we can look at them together on Wednesday. I don't know. It just might be super boring. I've never eaten an avocado.
I didn't like them. I never ate them before, but somebody said they're really healthy. So when I would get a salad, I would order the salad with avocado. And I would try it,
It's
and I didn't
riveting.
like it. But I kept ordering it,
Mhm.
and I kept eating it, and you acquire it.
And then you got rid of the salad and now you just eat an avocado.
Avocado
Can you
is-
just eat, if I peeled an avocado, you could just eat it like that?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
No,
What is it?
like an apple.
Well, there's a big old seed in it. No, the avocado. You can't
No.
hold it. If you hold the avocado, it mushes in your
All right,
hand.
well, let's try it. You're going to eat an avocado like an apple.
It mushes. It's soft. It's not hard like
All
an
right,
apple.
well. Yeah, they taste like mush.
It's just soft. Do you
All right, I got to go.
do-
Stop. No, I don't want to do it. All right, listen, I got to go. Really busy. Are we going to go live while you're gone? Yes, because we have guest hosts coming in on Monday and Tuesday.
Did you tell them I made my appointment?
I made her an appointment with the allergist
When is it?
Monday.
I
So she
told
should be
you.
all better. So when
Um,
your doctor says it absolutely is allergies, Diana, tell your daughter 8 weeks ago she was right when she told you to make this appointment.
Tina, I still from
Diana, just
From the
write me a
allergies.
letter
All right.
that says you were right.
from the if it is allergies from the allergy I got bronchitis.
Exactly.
Which
Well,
is-
but I
which
told
you
you it
know.
was an allergy 8 weeks ago.
Yeah, but nobody knew it was allergies.
I did. That's my whole point. I knew and I told you.
No, nobody knew it was allergies. How would you know if somebody sounds like this? You think they have a head cold?
Diana, I'm going to go now.
Okay, bye.
All right. Yeah, she can write me a letter and give me coupons too. Maybe your allergist will give me coupons. I'm gonna get coupons for everybody. All right, I gotta go. So everybody, thanks for joining us this week. Like Judy from Saskatoon says, do something nice for yourself. Do something fun, enjoyable this weekend. Plant some seeds in the yard. Do something lovely. But thanks for watching this week. As always, it's here for Michelle. Did a great job this week with our guests. So have a great day and a blessed day, everybody. And we'll see you on Monday with some interesting faces to entertain you on Monday and Tuesday. And we'll go from there. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you. Bye.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed today's morning show, make sure to follow us for more One Funny Mother content.
Okay. All right. Morse code is tapping.
And check out OneFunnyMotherStore.com for great new inappropriate swag. And for more exclusive content, consider becoming a supporter.
She got a bad leg.
Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow on One Funny Morning.